Hi, Brandon Burton here with Legend Brands. Here today to talk about the Revolution LGR dehumidifier. There are a lot of benefits behind the Revolution LGR that are very obvious when you look at the machine, such as the fact that it's got a very, very small footprint, especially comparatively speaking to its performance. It's the size of an extremely small dehumidifier with a performance of machines twice its size. In addition to that, the LGR is truly an LGR and gives us great performance down at the low humidity end, again, comparatively speaking to dehumidifiers 2 or 3 times its size. These are the obvious benefits from the outside. What's not so obvious is how the Revolution gets there and some of the other benefits we get from its very unique technology. Internally, the Revolution LGR has patent-pending precision control technology. And basically where this begins to happen is behind the controller. You can see some of the technology that we've got built into this machine. First of all, there's a microprocessor, basically a small computer built right into the controller. And plugged into that, we have several sensors and different features and technology that allow this dehumidifier not just to run in a standard mode like competitive dehumidifiers would, but to run in various modes depending upon the condition. The primary technology built into this, an inlet sensor that measures temperature and relative humidity coming into the dehumidifier, and an exiting sensor that measures the temperature and relative humidity leaving the dehumidifier. With this information, we're able to allow the dehumidifier or control the dehumidifier to run in both high humidity conditions and low humidity conditions, warmer conditions and cooler conditions. Most competitive machines, for that matter all competitive machines, are designed to run in one specific operating condition, typically 80 degrees Fahrenheit and 60% relative humidity, what we know as the AHEM condition. When you design specifically for that condition, you really lose the ability to perform well in the other variety of conditions that we see in a true drying environment, which is a condition that's constantly moving. We start projects generally warm and wet, we move into projects that are very hot and wet, and eventually we end up with environments that are warm and very dry. Designing a dehumidifier to work in all of those conditions without having this technology on board is impossible, which is why you're not going to find this technology on competitive equipment. In addition to this, the controller also controls operational systems internally like the blower speed. This is one of the things that's really unique about the I-Series dehumidifiers in general by Legend Brands and Dri Eaz products. Most dehumidifiers are just going to run at one speed with the airflow running through the dehumidifier continuously. The Revolution LGR and the other I-Series dehumidifiers are going to control the blower speed internally to match the condition that it's running in. That means when we're in really humid situations where there's a lot of moisture in the air, we run a lot of air through the dehumidifier because it's really easy to dehumidify in those conditions. But as we get very warm or very, very dry, we begin to slow the blower speed down so we get more dwell time with that air across the coil. It gets that harder, more difficult moisture out of the air. That's what really amplifies the performance in the low humidity side across the entire I-Series of dehumidifiers. So the Revolution LGR, there's a lot more to this machine than you just see on the outside. It is truly unique technology, precision control technology from Legend Brands.